The Studio Cuts Podcast with Taylor with WRRV.
This is the Studio Cuts Podcast. Hey, it's Taylor from 92.7, 96.9 WRRV. And the Studio Cuts Podcast is where we interview artists that were featured on Sunday Studio Cuts, our new music show on WRRV. Today, we're hanging out with Cannons, who just released a new song called Bad Dream. Where are you guys right now?
We're in Paul's studio.
In Los Angeles, yeah.
AKA apartment.
Mm-hmm. Cannons formed in one of the weirdest ways. Can you tell us the story of how the three of you formed the group?
We met on Craigslist. So I'm originally from Florida. Ryan and Paul are from Los Angeles, from Santa Clarita. And I didn't really know many people out here, so I went to Craigslist to look for some musicians to work with. And Ryan happened to go to Craigslist too. And we all ended up writing a song before we met in person, but that's how we started.
I feel like Craigslist is kind of like what's out of a serial killer movie. Like, were any of you concerned meeting up with strangers that you found on the internet?
I probably should have been, but...
No, I wasn't. I didn't know about the Craigslist killer until Michelle told me. And I was telling this in another interview, but we were actually doing an interview with a girl who was from the town that the Craigslist killer was from. And I was just trying to make a joke. I'm like, yeah, Michelle didn't kill me. And she's like, oh, that's really funny because I live in the town that the Craigslist killer was from. And I was like, oh no. And then I thought about that whole thing for like 2 weeks straight. I hope I didn't piss her off. But yeah, I didn't know about the Craigslist killer. Yeah.
Musically, what's some of the inspiration for the band?
We all kind of like the same stuff. So we all like lots of Motown, funk, Bee Gees, Prince. What else do we like?
I like country.
He likes a lot of country. Yeah.
A lot of 80s.
Yeah. What else do we like? Sade.
A little bit of metal. Yeah, some techno,
metal over here.
It's all over the place. Like, we grew up playing so many styles of music, so we didn't really want to lock ourselves into just one genre. So we're just picking from like everything that we like.
You guys have been called a pop trio before. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
pop's just so like all over the place now. So I feel like there can be subgenres of pop, whether it be like indie pop or electro pop or whatever. I think it's something that's maybe not necessarily like strictly a formula, but you can kind of tell that there's a pop writing sensibility to it. So I would agree with that.
What's it like to be in the alternative world?
It's confusing.
I guess. Yeah, because it did take a while for us to figure out how to describe our music, you know, and we've seen lots of people argue about it and come up with interesting names. But like Ryan said, it does have this pop sensibility.
I also feel like since we're not super aware of everything going on around us in the pop world, I feel like that kind of makes us a little bit more alternative.
Yeah.
It is cool seeing us like on the same radio charts as like Weezer and Foo Fighters and stuff, because those are all bands we used to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch videos of when we were kids, you know. So now we're like in the same chart.
The song that really put you on the mainstream map was Fire for You. What was this song about?
It was written during a really tough breakup of mine. So that kind of came out lyrically.
You guys just released a new song called Bad Dream. What is this song about?
This song is about unrequited love and just the, I guess the conditions of the world around us came through the lyrics in that song.
So Fire for You is about a breakup. Bad Dream is kind of a love song. Would you say that love and relationships is really a big theme in your music?
Yes. It's always like every time I feel like writing like poem or lyrics or just stuff in my journal, it's usually because I'm either going through a tough time in a relationship, trying to figure things out, or I'm really in love with, going through a lot of emotions.
She's a pretty emotional girl here.
Hey, relationships, you can draw a lot from, but
one of my favorite things is someone was going down our catalog of songs, and there's a lot of song titles with love in it.
I love love.
And it's funny because they're like, Cannons, they know a thing or two about love.
Cannons loves love.
What was it like to have your song on the Netflix show Never Have I Ever?
Very exciting.
A
very
game
cool.
changer,
Mhm.
100% a game changer for us, because it gave us a whole huge audience that was completely unaware that we ever existed.
Mhm.
And it married the visual and audio so well. The person that did the sound for just killed it. A music supervisor absolutely killed it. I was telling Paul a couple days ago, I'm a huge U2 fan, but I never really appreciated the song that they used in that show, which is A Beautiful Day, until I saw the show, and just seeing the scenes that they used that song for created such a bigger emotional vibe for me. So, and I think it did that with our song as well.
Mhm.
This song is what got you your record deal. What was it like to get the sudden fame and then this huge record deal?
That was a very surreal experience for us. It was super exciting.
Blessed.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always wanted to
Yeah.
strictly work on music. And at the time, we all had day jobs, and it was really hard. The only time we could work on music was weekends, or like
At night, yeah, late.
or just sending tracks back and forth, which works to an extent. But I feel like we're even more powerful as a trio when we're all in the room together. So yeah, and it's always, we're on such a great label. I think Columbia has done a lot of really great stuff for us, and
Yeah.
they have such a strong muscle behind us, and they're able to listen to our vision of where we want to take this band, and they're really supportive so far.
It's been exciting.
When can we expect an album?
Most likely during the summer. So we don't have an exact date or anything yet, but we're almost finished with it.
95% of them.
Yes, 95.
What can we expect from the album?
Some different sounds on there. We've got like an acoustic song. We have a more like country-ish song. What would you call that? Tunnel.
Yeah, we're obviously still trying to maintain that sound, and it is becoming a little bit more difficult now. I personally think there's a little bit more pressure for us, because new fans are, they hear Fire for You, and I don't know if they expect every song to be like Fire for You, but I know that when the three of us get together, we definitely write the brand of music that we like to write, and that brand is Cannons music. And for this new record, I think we just tried to take what we've been doing, and just kind of experiment more and see what we can get away with.
Are there any plans to tour this year?
Yeah, 100%. I think we're trying to book a tour for, I think it's like early fall. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And then we're locked in with some festivals right now. So potentially we're playing Outside Lands if everything goes well. We'll be there in San Francisco. October-ish, and a couple of other festivals. Just depends on where the state of the world is, I guess.
Yeah, totally understand it. I feel that's kind of what everyone is at right now with touring. Is if we can, we will, but hopefully we can.
Yeah.
My last question for you. If someone were to come to your city, what is the one thing they have to do?
You guys have to answer that, because you're from here.
I personally think that they need to. So Paul and I grew up in the suburbs, which is like 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes away from Los Angeles. And I personally like going maybe more up north of California. I feel like when you mention California to somebody, they're like, oh, city slicker, you and your Hollywood. It's like, we've barely spent time in Hollywood. So I would encourage you to explore California, because it's pretty vast and big, and go up north, see the coast. The one is absolutely beautiful.
Big Sur.
Yeah.
See the snow.
Go to Disneyland.
Joshua Tree.
Make sure to check out Bad Dream by Cannons and watch out for a new album. And don't forget to catch Sunday Studio Cuts, a new music show featuring all of the up-and-coming alternative music, hosted by me every Sunday at 10 p.m. on 92.7, 96.9 WRRV. Join us next week as we interview another up-and-coming alternative artist on the Studio Cuts podcast.